data.
Hey, we're back. Well, at least I'm back. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's another tournament weekend. Weekend number 3 of 4 weekends in a row of non-stop tournament action here on World of Warships. Now, today we're bringing to you the Trident Trials, King of the Sea Trident Trials tournament. This is a little unique thing. First time we've seen this tournament ever. So gonna be interesting. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy the ride. Puddin is not with me just yet. I'm not exactly sure when we're gonna see him. So in his honor, I'm going to just play a quick soundbite. I want to make sure that the Discord does work so that when he pops in, well, we can all hear him. Let's see. Crickets for Puddin. Crickets for Puddin. All right, cool. So that works. We have 7 minutes from right now until our game is about to start. So let's talk you through a little bit of stuff real quick, and then we'll get into the action. So I'm gonna hit this fancy schmancy button, and you can see what we're doing today. Today is June 7th. On EU, we have the qualifiers. The groups have been set up into 4 different teams. If that's not confusing enough for you, then well, this is a European bracket tournament, so you know, just wait. So we have our teams, and they will play 1 match against each opponent in their group, and they have a fixed map rotation. And then tomorrow, they will then have a double elimination playoff bracket. Okay? And then in the bracket, they've got best of 3s, and the losers bracket is going to be best of 1s. The usual stuff, right? I believe they posted the map rotation. Maybe it's in the Discord, but you know, it's somewhere in the rules, I'm sure. One of the cool things about this tournament is the fact that they have some special ships. TE here stands for Tournament Edition, an Odin Tournament Edition. What Wargaming is doing is they are taking ships that everybody knows quite well and turning them into something different, something unique for tournaments. Kind of a neat idea if you ask me, but we'll have to see. I've been hearing that there were some very spicy things that happened on the Asia King of the Sea. With 5 minutes to go, just a reminder, we do have a 5-minute delay. So I'm going to run a commercial break right now to make sure my timings are correct. Chat, I would very much appreciate it if you would tell me if commercials start for you, okay? Just let me know. That's really important. I want to make sure you guys don't miss out on any of the action. Of course, I'm saying this as, in theory, commercials are being run. Now, if you are over on YouTube, Rumble, or Kick, you're probably going to want to make sure that you also have a Twitch account and that you are on my channel on Twitch. And there's a very simple reason for that. We have giveaways during the course of the day that are going to be run through, and the way to get into those giveaways is to be a follower of my Twitch channel and active in Twitch chat. If you are watching on YouTube, you will also see a message in the chat when there is a draw. Kick and Rumble. Unfortunately for you guys, I don't yet have that integration figured out with StreamerBot. I don't even know if StreamerBot has that information or not. So just keep that in mind, okay? But you want to make sure you're on twitch.tv/Lord_Zath. You've tossed a follow, and maybe just type something in chat like every 15 minutes or something and be like, whoa, or hi, or GG, or whatever you want to do, okay? Just so you can get in for the giveaways. Excuse me. Now, you may have seen it at the start, but I've got a whole host of different games scheduled for us today. I tried to get a good representation of each of the groups posted here. That may or may not, of course, be the perfect setup, but it's what we can make happen, okay? I'm just taking a look at the Discord to see if there's anything I'm missing. No. Trying to see if they've created the room or not yet. Our first matchup is going to be SFSO and TB. So let's take a look at SFSO for a second. Some of you guys may know this group. Sync Fast, Sync Often. Revenge UK is somebody that we know quite well as Lord Carey. Hercules played in the last tournament, last weekend, the Enterprise I tournament. Tudor Dragon, I remember seeing Tudor Dragon. So some familiar names there. And they're up against TB, which is Throwboats. Now, this one is kind of interesting because they just have Jubsy as the team player, and then they've got a whole host of mercenaries. They don't understand how they're going to make that work, but I thought that might be kind of fun. So, there we are. I chose these teams specifically because these guys are experienced. They should know exactly what's going on, and it should be pretty easy to, ensure that you guys are not missing something at the start of the tournament. As you can see, we've got Joe as well signed up for this particular game, and then after that, we go to ORTUS and Fox 4. These games are going to last up to 20 minutes, and so that's why it's really important that I make sure that commercial breaks are run at the appropriate timing. So I had everything set for 4 minutes. Of course, last weekend was 4-minute delay, 2-minute delay the previous weekend, and then 4-minute delay last weekend. And now we've increased that to a 5-minute delay. Now, 5-minute delay is really important because it takes, as you can tell, as you can guess it, 5 minutes to make something happen. So if something is wrong, if you see an issue, please call it out in chat. The sooner that you can call it out in chat, the better, okay? Because otherwise, we're going to completely miss out, like on whatever needs to get fixed. And then once there is a problem that I can fix for you guys, maybe it's the wrong team setup, whatever. Again, 5 minutes. 5 minutes until we get back there. So what are we going to see here today? Let's look at the ships setup here. There's no ship bans today. That'll be tomorrow. Borodino, all the tournament edition ships, Borodino, Kleber, and Odin, tournament edition may not be banned, which is very interesting. They want these ships to be used a lot. Where are we at? I always want to read the rules, but here we go. Format 6 versus 6, tier 10 ships only. Only 1 battleship is allowed, up to 2 of any single permitted ship. Now, I did see on the Discord 2 Kleber Tournament Edition and 2 regular Kleber are actually allowed. So, of a team of 6, you could have 4 Klebers, 2 of which are Tournament Edition. So, that sounds kind of spicy. We'll have to see how that works. No carriers, no subs, no experimental ships. They didn't mention no hybrids, but I would imagine, yes, he banned Hildebrand, Commissar, Louisiana, hybrids. Looks like commercials are starting as expected, so that's good to see. You see my lights in the background. They do like to go off when there's commercials starting and all that kind of stuff. And it looks to me like we're about ready to go. So let me write down SFSO versus TB-TB. And that's going to be our first game of the day. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. That would be a lot of fun. Here's the map pool here. Estuary, the Faroe Islands. That's my map, of course. Neighbors, New Dawn, and Riposte. So that should be a heck of a lot of fun. Okay, everything is looking good. We just had one player from SFSO drop. Not sure exactly why, but we'll give him some time. You know, we have 30 minutes to cover this game. So if we are... There's Valko with the GG. We're a few moments late, it's okay. If you missed the spiel because of commercial break earlier, just a reminder, we do have giveaways on this channel on twitch.tv/Lord_Zatter in the course of the day. You can get some very special prizes just for watching right down here. More signals container, coal, which is really good now because of the change, right? Because of the change in the prices of tier 10 coal ships. There's some green boosters as well, and then distant voyages containers, which is permanent camouflages. And yes, Lord Vaco, I picked pork and rare because I just thought it was funny. Although I kind of wish that the team names were flipped, so it would be rare pork, but you know, it is interesting. So it looks to me like they're having a problem right now. Apparently somebody is logging in, and unfortunately that's the same account that somebody on Team SFSO has. So basically, when a new person logs in on the same exact press account, that forces them to be disconnected, and the new person that logs in is connected. So what do you know? It wouldn't be a tournament if there wasn't some sort of a hiccup, right? Hashtag esports ready, everyone. So guys, we're probably going to have a few minute delay to start. That's always exciting. Feel free to share with us what the weather is like where you're tuning in. For right now, for me in Chicago, it is a balmy 63 degrees out. 63. Yet in this particular room, it is, well, let's take a look. It's 65 degrees out now. It's actually gone up 2 degrees since I looked about a half hour ago. That's neat. 65. And in this stream room, this very stream room, because of my PCs and everything that are running, it is 76 degrees. 76 degrees. Woof. 76 degrees. I do have a fan in the hallway blowing cool air in from the hallway. That's at 75 degrees, so that's fun. Guys, I have a feeling that we are going to end up like right up against a wall timing wise. So I'm gonna run another commercial break. I know I just ran one, but I'm gonna run another commercial break just to make sure that you guys don't see a commercial at the end of this game and moving on to the next. Although I do see somebody coming in that might be fixing it. I don't know. Nope, they just left again. Correct. No extra Twitch drops. That will be next weekend. That will be next weekend. The Twitch drops for Team League should be a lot of fun. What else can we look at? We also have the North American side of the tournament. That'll be a little bit later today. These times here kind of almost, I think they actually overlap. I think they overlap. I didn't bother to do a double check on timing here. Let's see. So time and date converter. And if I'm going from CEST, and then I'm looking at Chicago, Central European Standard Time, and they have 1900. 1900 is 12 noon. Okay. And then, yeah, so there may be, depending on timing, there shouldn't be any overlap. That's actually really nice. All right. So I guess it's a good thing that I ran the commercial break. Oh, the irony of saying that I chose this team specifically because I knew these teams, because I knew that they would go off without a hitch, and then this happens. Though this is not the team's fault. This is the fact that obviously the same press account credentials were given to two different people, which is a very scary thought. So the way press accounts work, is you get a email and a password. Now the rules state that you must use that press account. Must use that press account. Okay, that player is logging in with the new account. Excelente. All right. So that player is apparently logging in. I just typed in the training room to remind them, hey, don't forget their player needs to be set up properly on whichever ship they're set to be playing. Make this man play range mod spotter Des Moines. There you go. Huh? All right, good. The commercials are set to start. That's good. I will be alerting you guys when we go into battle. If you look at chat, and actually, I think I can set up my bot to. No, I can't. No, I can't. That's right, because it's I have to connect to YouTube, and I don't have it connected to YouTube. Should I do that right now? We're doing it live, everyone. I could do it. I could maybe. I don't know. Do I have a YouTube thing? Do I have a YouTube thing? Do I have to connect? How does this work? There is a, let's see, system voice, OBS, Discord, control, Twitch, and Lumia. Aha. So what I probably need to do is I need to go here to plugins and then maybe search for YouTube. And there is our YouTube plugin. Open in Stream Deck. Ayo, there we go. Okay, cool. So now if I go to game, good. It's already connected. Now it's going to properly send the message to YouTube when we go into game. You'll be alerted when there's 5 minutes to go, and then with 1 minute to go. Okay, so that person is setting up their ship. Hey, here's a fun little statistic. Did you know that the giant Pacific octopus has 3 hearts, 9 brains, and blue blood? Neat. Okay, guys, I think we're about to bring you the first game here. 10 minutes late, but we're going. We're starting. Let's do it, finally. Woo! Woo woo! Are y'all not excited? Come on, come on. Say it with me. Woo woo! Puddin', dogs, say it. Whatever. Let's go. We need the lighter flip is what we need. Sound effect or something. Anyway, there we go. Cool. It looks like we are set up. Aha, I gotta fix something on the vertical stream. There we go. Okay. I guess that's good. That's probably about as good as it can get over on vertical. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, oh, that's right. It's a new press account. Now I have to go into here, and I gotta go to HUD, and I gotta change this to view, full, and team lineups, and say apply. That's better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first look at the King of the Sea Trident Trials EU tournament. SFSO, Sink Fast, Sink Often versus TB Throw Boats. SFSO is bringing a Kleber Tournament Edition and another Kleber Tournament Edition, a San Martin, a Napoli, a Schlieffen, and an Odin Tournament Edition. And opposing them, Rowboats, bringing a Kleber Tournament Edition, another Kleber Tournament Edition, Petropavlovsk, Schlieffen, Odin Tournament Edition, and another Odin Tournament Edition. Now, this is odd. I could have sworn that they had some sort of a limit on battleships. Did I not read the rules correctly? Let me just take a look here. Teams may field up to one battleship. So maybe the Odins don't count as battleships, even though they have a battleship icon. All right, anyways. So Kleber has some interesting things about it. I guess I can do it like this. Kleber has a funny button, immediate main battery reload, 50% to reload time. You charge it by hitting ships with shells. And then you've got the ability to choose either a smoke or repair party. Now, this is the deep water smoke, right? So he can smoke up and be full speed in that smoke. In addition, he gets hydroacoustic search with 7-kilometer detection and a torpedo reload booster. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is absolutely wild. And then, of course, there's the Odin Tournament Edition. Now, the Odin Tournament Edition gets emergency engine power. It's got torpedoes that reach out to 6 kilometer. Got hydroacoustic search that reaches out to 5, and it's got a heal. And, well, we didn't look at the Kleber Tournament Edition's torpedo range. 12 kilometers. What have they done with this boat? This is wild. Well, it's estuary, and as you can see, both teams now have a cap. However, SFSO is going to grab 2 caps on the strength of both Kleber Tournament Editions heading towards the A cap. And that's correct, MTN. Any pre-setup that was done is now gone for that player. That is unfortunate, but I'm just happy we have a tournament to bring you guys. So, very interesting to see that these Odins here, which are known for their secondaries, both of these players have not built anything into secondaries. Revenge has gone for secondary range so that he can buff up his primary reload via close quarters expert. That's very interesting. What do we know about the secondaries? It reaches out to 11.6 kilometer. So why wouldn't you want to buff your secondaries? That's the most effective value, is 11.6. Anyway. English gent trying to surprise the Schlieffen, but, well, you know. So Yuki is like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Now, I'm surprised that they're not waving off Why Must I Have a Name? Because he's just going to show up, and then now all of a sudden they're going to see both Klebers right there. Now, as soon as that happens, I wouldn't be surprised to see this Kleber just make instant revolutions for the A cap. As a matter of fact, it looks kind of like that's what he's about to do. He's fixing to just jump right in. Gonna luck chuck some torps just in case. Now that hydro's up for a minute and a half longer. So Why Must I Have a Name is just going to be sitting there for a while. Ooh, Schlieffen on Schlieffen action, everyone. I'm going to have to fix the message that goes out to YouTube. I see that. I'll do that afterwards, obviously, if I can remember. Ooh, somebody's starting to hit the Kleber. Ah, the Petropavlovsk, okay. San Martin now, realizing he's about to be in trouble. He's trying to charge up his funny button right now in the Kleber Tournament Edition. All the shells hitting the Schlieffen though. And we're about to see a dead Schlieffen. Horse blood going to SFSO. But they've lost an awful lot of board position to make this happen. There's just the Napoli that's standing guard over at the ACAP. It actually forces Lunexia's Kleber TE off, which is interesting. Hello, NBA. So what's going to happen here? Let's see. Let's just kind of zoom in a bit and get an idea. San Martin Tudor Dragon taking some big hits there. His heal is going. I wonder if we're going to see searchlights in a moment. Got 10 more seconds of heal time. Trying to go dark. I don't know how you would even bother trying to go dark here with, you know, Kleber chasing you down. But as you can see, he does not have a his funny button charged up yet. So, ouch. That's double fire for him. He's gonna need to get land some hits there if he's gonna charge up his funny button. Also, he should probably stop taking hits. Might be important. His team does come to help survive him. And Mogger, thank you for letting me know. Odin counts as a cruiser. That would, I guess, make sense. I don't know. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, we have test ships with wrong icons in the game, so sure. Tudor Dragon does manage to actually go dark, mostly because his SFSO buddies have decided to show up and get shot at instead. So here's KOTS backup 144, the player who basically couldn't get in. Why Must I Have a Name is in deep trouble. All the trouble as he goes down, and now we're tied up on ships. Although, I gotta say, this Odin TE over here, not looking so good. Not looking so good. Now, if I remember right, I also saw that he's got the fast damage control team and a limited number of charges of that too. So that makes Emergency Repair Expert a very sexy proposition for this ship. Honestly, I would probably just spec it out like I would a Schlieffen. But I haven't played the Tournament Edition ship, so I couldn't tell you much about it. And Kleber Tournament Edition manages to kill Eisenbart's Napoli. Lunexia grabs the kill. You can just turn right around to the ACAP and take it down. English Gent is out of life. Just about. Secondaries. Ooh, he actually lives. He actually lives. Now, the hard part about these tournaments, for you guys watching, is it's very difficult to cast because it's hard to know exactly what ships are doing what because I don't know their capabilities because I haven't played them. Very interesting. Looks like Revenge has decided he wants to go and kill the Petro. Team Red, which is throw boats, is set to win in 3 minutes or less if nothing else changes. Things are going to change, right? The Petro will probably die, but the big thing is Lunexia is going to grab the ACAP because it's completely uncontested. Once that happens, it's pretty much GG for SFSO. It's going to be very difficult for them to get a kill and get back into this action. There's the torpedoes on the Petro. Revenge doesn't manage to completely kill him. So now he's going to have to turn. And they didn't want to do this. He wanted to get the kill and move on to try to kill something else. Not able to make that happen, though. There's the kill, but see, now he's in a real bad spot because he kind of forced to turn right. And I'm sure he wanted to get the kill and go into the C cap. They need to stop point gain. Now we're down to 2 minutes left. Minute and a half. So, this Schlieffen's just gotta go. Just gotta go. And the problem is he's just gonna go into a bunch of torpedoes, because he doesn't have hydro available. Gonna take probably 2. Doink doink. That's an ouch, because he does not have a DCP. And there he goes. So this match looking like it's going to go to throwboats. I mean, these are best of ones. Poor choices were made. Indeedy, Vaco. Indeedy. Of course, Vaco is commenting for 5 minutes in the past. 1 minute, so it's all over. Ooh, beautiful torpedoes from Nexius Kleber. Revenge has the hydro going, but he's forced to take a whole bunch of these because he's trying desperately to get into the cap to stop the point gain. 40 seconds to go. And I think we're going to see a dead Kleber TE ending up the match here. Bam. And that's going to do it. Let me get my characteristic death pick. Close out of an app that I forgot to close out of earlier. And congratulations to Throwboats. You are the winner of this round. And I've got 7 minutes to head over to our next game. So I am going to run a commercial break now just because I can get things out of the way. Bam. All right, back to game. Come on, game. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that initial look at our game. So let's see. The next one is going to be ORTUS and Fox. So let's put these together. ORTUS and Fox 4. ORTUS and Fox 4. So I'm going to find the training room because I don't want to risk missing that. There we go. Okay. What is that? That's weird. Anyway, let's see what we can learn about these teams, shall we? So let's start with ORTUS. ORTUS is Ukraine EU. And they are, as you can see, mostly Ukrainian players. And actually, there we go. I can zoom that back a little bit for it. Hello, Banjax. Yes, I am at it early. Kenya, I recognize that name. After a while of casting, you kind of get, you know, comfortable with who you're looking at. Their goals are first or third place. Apparently, they're not interested in second place at all. And they're up against Fox. Now, when I looked at Fox's team doing signups, I jumped on it because I thought this was going to be interesting. This is a mostly Chinese team. I don't know why the Chinese flag isn't loading. It lagged the other day. Hello, Gaelic. 404 page not found. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so plenty of Chinese players. So I thought this would end in Argentinian. I thought this would be interesting just because it's going to be a totally different show from what we're used to. So that's what we're going to see here. How long is my delay? 5 minutes. It's in the stream title, and I think it's also in the text that comes out as well. It does seem a bit extreme considering the tournament, but well, you know, them's the rules. If you want to play their game, you gotta play by their rules, right? So, I don't know what else to say about that. Any hot code action? Yeah, there should be a giveaways yeeted out by my bot. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see one soon.tm. Fox is saying that they are ready to go. They're gonna start this a little bit early. Interesting. Very interesting. What's going on? I just want to see. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Oh, and they've started. Well, you look at that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna not run the commercial break then. I'll do it after this is done. Let's get into the next game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Game 2. This is ORTUS versus Fox 4. Both teams very excited, wanting to get into this game as soon as possible. This is the Fado Islands, my map. Always feel good about that. And they're bringing a double Kleber TE. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Kleber tournament editions. Remember, these boats cannot be banned tomorrow. And then there's a Napoli, and we've got our 2 Odin tournament editions. And on top of that, we also have our first look at a Borodino tournament edition. Now, this one is a special, extra spicy tournament edition because this is a KOTS ready build. And apparently, it's a draw. I wonder why. All right. Well, we're going to try it again. Hard to watch without really knowing capabilities. Yep. Well, we're going to try this again, guys. We're going to try it again. Watch is telling me to drink water. Fine, I'll drink water. All right. So, oh, hold on. Let's go back into the game. Here we go. So, we're trying this one again. So, let me put a note down. This has a restart. So, R for restart on my little notebook. So, once again, 2 Kleber tournament editions for ORTUS. A Napoli full secondary with, well, not full secondary. Secondary and outnumbered. Thank you, Gaelic. And then we've got a KOTS Ready Borodino Tournament Edition. Well, kind of. And then 2 Odin Tournament Editions. On the opposite side of the map is a Kleber Tournament Edition. 2 Marseilles. Interesting that they're opting not to take two Qualifier tournament editions over here for Fox 4. And then they've got three battleship, well, one battleship and two cruisers. They've got a Burgon, an Odin tournament edition, and another Odin tournament edition. One of them is using, not Lutyens, the other one, Von something, or rather. And then this one's using Lutyens. Now, I'm not sure, I can't remember, does Borodino tournament edition count as a battleship in this case, or does it count as a cruiser? And let's take a look here. We've got Consumables Operational Readiness TE. Consumable prep and reload time 85% faster. Wow. You get charges by hitting enemy ships with the main battery. Okay. Got AP and high explosive. It has 12-kilometer radar. It has main battery reload booster. And your usual repair party consumable. Okie dokie. Hey, there's our code giveaway. Or is it not happening? Aw. I might have to fix that after this game. Alright, ORTUS grabs the A cap, or sorry, the B cap real quickly. They have the bulk of their forces heading that direction. They do have two ships that are going towards the C cap. Ooh, Arbitrator puts the Hydro on, dodges the torpedoes. Look at that brilliant torpedo dodge. Wow. And of course, smoke is a thing. So Prince of Orange smoking himself up so he can just continue to sail around through the cap. It's a very short duration, short burst smoke. Very interesting. FDR without a VAR 127s. Great name. Well, ooh. Well, I was going to say, something tells me not much is going to happen at sea, and then I back off and I see the rest of the fleet pretty much heading over there. A lone Odin tournament edition holding down the fort at the A cap. Interesting. Yeah, apparently they had the wrong cap layout, so they got it fixed. Or something or other. I don't know about this idea to put everything in one spot. And Napoli now opening up with his secondaries and primaries. Prince of Orange's Qualifier just kind of chilling in C cap. I would have thought he'd try to, I don't know, get out of there once he got the cap. But they're just giving so much map control to ORTUS. I mean, take a look at this. Look at how much of the map is owned by ORTUS here. Take a look at the Borodino. It looks oddly familiar to me. Oddly familiar. Now, he did use his reload booster already once. Ooh, broadside Marsilli. Oh. Took out a turret. Did some chip damage. Not too bad, not too bad. So now the key is going to be for Team ORTUS to properly kite away from the danger while the two Odins rotate on in to help. And then Pena is just going to keep this Odin honest down to the south. Not a bad idea, but I do feel like he needs to play a bit more aggressively. Personal opinion, I'd like to see him try to get to the south, to the side, you know, so he kind of rolls out this way. Because if he's able to dispatch this Odin, he can run right up into the sea cap. Well, take a look at what's happening in the middle here. Odin is currently burning. He's using his radar. And here comes some more AP on the Marsilli. Thank you, Hulse. It's only the Odin that's a different type. Okay. Totally not confusing at all. Verdunio continuing to try to take down this Marseille. Is he going to connect? Decent hits there, decent hits. Marseille is down to 3,000 hit points, but he is healing. Unfortunately, there's a bit of split fire going on. The Borodino is shooting at the Marseille, and the Kleber is shooting at the Kleber. But that'll change now, as ORTUS claims first blood. Hello, Glacial, and yes, I would agree. They are interesting.
The enemy is about to win.
Napoli assassinates the Marseille, and that does it for the push. Meanwhile, Fox has moved their Odin in the middle of the map. I think they were going to try to get him to go behind the Borodino. And pay to win IRL goes down. Will he take Majin's Odin with
The enemy
him?
is about to win.
See, and that's another reason why I think Pena would have been better off going to the south here. Because then Best's Odin isn't able to do what you saw him do, which is literally just park to shoot into the middle. Either way, Kemny is in a bad position, forced to give broadside to one Odin to be able to kill the other. And Fox's Burgon does take down the Borodino. If he would have had some captain skills, this might have been a different experience for him. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Fox manages to get that Odin out of that middle section there. And they end up in the driver's seat now. For a moment, it looked like ORTUS was in a great spot. And then that all just kind of fell apart. Arbitrator's left to go and fight this Burgon by himself as Rybic in the Napoli is being chased by the other Marseille. New armor, best armor. Ironic, coming from a Marseille. And then back to the south here, we got Pena dealing with both Odin TEs. Yeesh. And there goes the Kleber, dispatched by Dakerf's Burgon. Call that, sure. Well, not much left in this game, I'd say.
The enemy is about to win.
Really not quite sure how ORTUS can get back into this game. I see a little desperation play by the Napoli here, trying to just charge Marseille, and I'm sure, yep, the Burgon's ready. He's got his main battery reload booster going as well. I do like the idea for ORTUS of, well, let's just W and try to make something happen. Do appreciate that. And Burgon gets to feast upon another ship. Essentially. Take a look at this. Look at this. He's got the least damage between him and the other two Odins. And even the Marseille that's still alive is 83,000. But he still has, he's got like 4 kills right now at this point. 3. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Toasted marshmallows sounds fun. Ah, alright, they're just calling it. They're just calling it. Penya's like, yep, yeah, alright, GG's, moving on. So let's get set up for our death pick, huh? Alright. Congratulations to Fox 4. Wiping out their enemy. I really thought this one was going to go to ORTUS. I really thought ORTUS was looking great. And then they botched up a couple of key plays there. They got between the Odins on the enemy team. You can't do that. So, congratulations, Fox 4. That's a fun logo right there. It's a fun logo. All right. Alrighty then. So, y'all, we're gonna get ready for our next game. Our next game after this is POPB versus FSO. I picked this one up because, frankly, I realized I had forgotten to pick a match for this time period, and I'm like, I need something from a different group. So, we're gonna get our first look at Group 3 now. Our first look at Group 3. Polsh is trying to get some info for matches later today. I'm sure you are, and I'm sure you're kind of gleaning some things. So, guys, we have 17 minutes, 17 minutes to our next scheduled match. So I'm going to run a commercial break right now. It is currently 77 in the hallway. What's the temperature in this room? I might need to turn my AC on soon. Temperature in the room is 78 degrees. 78. And it is still 65 outside? 67 outside. I could also open the window. But, wife didn't want me to do that. I think she's worried I'm gonna get, like, real bad allergies and sneeze like crazy and then need to take, Claritin D and all that kind of stuff. So, it's all good. Right, just taking a look at where I got pinged. So I am talking to you now, but listening to you 5 minutes from now. Weird. Yes, it is. Very weird. It's very weird. It's weird for me too, you know. Alright, POPB. Where's POPB? They haven't set up the room yet. No problem. Alright, so let's learn about who POPB is. Pirates of the Party Boat. I like that name already. Pirates of the Party Boat. They are from Germany. None of the flags are appearing, but okay. They've been around since 2019, and their goals are fun, fun, and fun. Cool. Okay. I do not recognize any of these players. So this is going to be interesting to see them play. And then they're up against FSO. Now, we've covered FSO before. And we saw them in... I'm pretty sure that was FSO 1, right? I'm pretty sure we saw these guys in the Enterprise I tournament. Hello, Matthew. Very much indeed, yes, they did. So, chat, I'm going to run a commercial break. I'm going to do the commercial break now, and then we'll look into this next game, huh? Okay, that one's still open. Oh, Rain 1 is not playing today? Okay, I have to do an audible now. You guys gonna join me for this, because I've got myself scheduled for Rain 1 against, somebody. Here, against Throw. That would have been really nice to catch, but unfortunately, that ain't happening. So that's the 1700 match. So I need to find another match at 1700. I guess we could just do the regular. We'll just do the regular Rain instead. Why not, right? There we go. We'll just cover Rain. There we go. Dunzo. Alrighty then. Put that back up for a sec. Oh, I need to fix my my bot. So I was having this problem yesterday too with giveaways. For whatever reason, I needed to reconnect my account, and I don't know why. So, I think I might know why, actually. Let me turn the bot off and back on again. I have a feeling it's because I wasn't streaming yet. I think that's what it is. You like the idea of using tier 8 battleships as cruisers in a tier 10 tournament? Yeah, Matthew, it is interesting, although they do have some added quirks, which is, something. Okay, let's see if it will properly eat out the code now. Hey, there we go. All right. Trident Trials More Signals container. If you're on YouTube, Rumble, or Kick, get over to twitch.tv/Lord_Zaf. Make sure you're a follower and type something in chat. Okie dokie? You're enjoying the show. Thank you, CJC. Good to see you again. They are probably finishing up their previous game right now, or getting things set up. My watch wants me to take a walk. No. Not taking a walk. Not taking a walk. So this is for 1600 CEST, which should be in 10 minutes. Yeah, they don't have the room up yet, but that's okay. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. It's early morning for me. Local time is 8:50 in the morning. This is gonna be a long day for me. We started the stream at 8 o'clock. I woke up at 6 o'clock, although I actually woke up at like 3 and just couldn't fall back asleep again, so that's always fun. And I've got this until 1 o'clock my time, 1 p.m. I got this for another 4.5 hours. And then NA starts, and that runs for another 5 hours. So this is going to be a 10-hour stream from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So there will be no after party today because I'm going to be tired. just a tiny bit of tired. You like Brawling Battleship, you're tier 6 in the Colombo, Libertad, and Schlieffen lines. Totally not sure which one to focus on. Ouija, for you... Colombo line is not a Brawling Battleship, Ouija, so I would say that's the least. That's the last one. I would probably suggest you start with the Schlieffen line. I'd suggest you work your way up the Schlieffen line, and then after that, do Libertad. Or you can do both at the same time if you want. Hello, Brutus. And the reason for that, and the reason I suggest Schlieffen first is because Schlieffen was the first fun battleship. And then it changed. And now it's Libertad. That's not so fun anymore, you know? Let's see if there's anything going on here. Yeah, I think it's stages. Yeah, I go to stages here. And then you can kind of get an idea of how the different groups are looking. Now, we are in a group 3. So in group 3, we have Pirates of the Party Boat are in dead last place. And FSO is also in dead last place. So somebody is getting out of dead last place here. Where is Puddin'? Puddin' went to go get a pack of cigarettes, Gaelic. He said he'd be right back. Some of you guys maybe are old enough to know what that means. No, he told me he had some things to do Saturday morning, so he said he would probably be late. And I just told him just hop in whenever he's able to do so. He did have some stuff going on with his house. I know he's taking care of his dad, and I know his dogs are dogs, so I wouldn't be surprised if something happened to him. I gotta fix my hat, I guess. My camera isn't dead forward, it's actually slightly off to the side. So because it's slightly off to the side, I have to like put my helmet or my hat like slightly angled, which just feels weird, but you know, it is what it is. Don't forget to do the ads. Well, thank you, Gaelic. I did. You just don't have to see them. Oh, okay. I need to put the AC on. It is getting too hot in here. And maybe this is my opportunity because I don't see the room up yet. Ideally, I want to get in the room first, though. Yeet, indeed, Falcon. How you doing? That was a very fun stream yesterday, Falcon. Thanks to you getting us our golden. What's it called? Golden Kappa train. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. In the membrane. Yeah, Mountain, I'm running solo, but that's okay. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I did actually talk with Sea Raptor. He is busy this weekend, and he's busy next weekend, so he's missing this weekend's tournament, and he's also missing Team League next weekend. He's doing his card game stuff. Whatchamacallit? Gotta fix that bottom light still. He's doing that card game tournament thing. Star Wars Unlimited. Why am I being pinged down here? There was another tournament that was supposed to happen June 7th and 8th? Oh. Okay. Well, guess that ain't happening. Alright, I'm turning on the AC. My wife will be happy because that means I can shut the door and she won't hear me as much anymore. So I know she'll be happy about this. Hey, profile. BRB. Okay. Oh, while I'm up, I can fix my lights. All right, here we go. You got this. Thank you, Smed. How you doing, by the way? We got 5 minutes to go, and I don't see the room up yet. Save the dirty water for late in the day, like last 30 minutes. Ah, Falcon, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna have any dirty water today. Would be kind of nice, but I don't know. I'm still looking for the site. So I posted in the Discord. Guys, I don't see the room. What's going on? You like Colombo, you did a secondary build and heavy AP. I think the Colombo line's okay. It's not great, though. If you're playing mostly in randoms or ranked, I think you're going to suffer a bit in that line. At least until you get to the 8. At least when you get to 8, then you get the Vittorio Veneto with its smoke generator. And you get the ability to make some plays and stuff like that, be flexible. I don't see a room. We'll find out. Gaelic, thank you very much for doing all the links for me. Burgon was the first battleship that you wanted to play in randoms. Burgon's a great ship. Burgon's a lot of fun. I actually convinced Kraken, Vaco, I convinced Kraken to play Burgon in clan battles when it first came out. And I couldn't believe it. I thought it was great. POPB. Let me see if I can... Ah! Found it. Putin's like my dad. He went for smokes and he's yet to come back. Exactly, exactly. All right. So I actually helped us get into the room because I found it and I was able to share that on the Discord. And now FSO is streaming on and we're going to take you to Neighbors coming up next, everyone. We have 48 minutes till the next commercial break. So we are set. We got 2 minutes until our game is supposed to start. Now that we know where the room is, it might take a couple moments, but that's okay. We'll get it sorted. Waiting on one more player from FSO. And then away we go. Chat, I hope you guys don't mind. I made the logos bigger for you on purpose today. So I feel like that's something that we often miss with the teams is we don't get to see the logos quite as much as we have in the past. Yes, Vaco, the Team League draft is tomorrow. It's going to be while I'm casting the NA portion of KOTS tournament. So, they didn't move me to spectator yet. Thank you. I was so scared. I was afraid they were gonna go. Oh, bless. Oh, my God. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, the lineup. Let's check this out. You guys can... This is spicy. Here we go. All right, everybody. Here's our next game. POPB. Something about pirates, I don't know. Up against FSO. We looked at their name a bit ago, but anyway, so they have a more traditional lineup here saying, I don't care about these bloody tournament edition ships. I'm going to play my game. I'm going to play what I'm familiar with. So they're taking, for example, a Shimakaze, a Smalland without Jersey Mike. It's an interesting decision. I would definitely take Jersey Mike on the Smalland. Doesn't even have regular adrenaline rush. Eek. Okay. Henri. Stalingrad. Petropavlovsk. And Ohio. A lot of ships here. All three of these ships could be using unique special commanders. Actually, all of them could be. The only one that is the Ohio, which is interesting. Also interesting, flags being unequipped. You have 8 slots for flags. This is a training room. You get all the flags. You might as well use them. Opposing them is FSO, and they've got a more traditional lineup as well. I wonder, is that the reason that they're both on the bottom of their group? I wonder, because they didn't bring the tournament edition ships. One of these teams will no longer be on the bottom of their group, because one of them is going to have to win. So they've got a Summers with Torpedo build, a Smallland with Jersey Mike and the buffed Adrenaline Rush. There you go. Des Moines with a unique upgrade and probably Halsey. Could be one of the Does as well, but you can see that flag on the mast. That is Halsey. On heading the other direction, you have a Moskva unique upgrade and then a Venezia with unique upgrade and Sansonetti. And then finally, Rhode Island with Halsey as well, I would say. Yeah, look, there's 2 Halseys. That's totally not confusing for the fleet. Can you imagine real life Halsey having 2 flags in his fleet? Like, I'm here, no, I'm here, no, I'm here, no, I'm here. That would be a little confusing, wouldn't it? Now, Venezia with unique upgrade is interesting because you give up concealment module for it. And to be quite honest, if you're going to run Venezia with unique upgrade, you need to have 2 of them so that one can chain smoke the other, the chain smokes the other, you know, and you just keep on going in a cycle. One is a little odd. It does get an extra charge of the smoke and it does come back quicker. Also, I'm very confused by seeing what I'm seeing here. The Shimakaze smoking up, going into the cap, basically telling the enemy, hey, I'm a destroyer and I'm over here. And then also luck chucking torpedoes on widespread. And you can see that, well, it's going to allow Des Moines, Germanus, to open up with his radar and guns. And, interesting opening play here. And we've got an Henri that was shooting a little bit. And the Petro was shooting a little bit. But oddly enough, neither of them has chosen to bow in. I would have thought at least the Petro might go here. But maybe they're concerned about the battleship going broadside to it. So I can certainly understand the decision making there. On the other side of the board, C is being capped with no contest whatsoever. Hello, Snipes. Good morning to you. Just got your Stalingrad chilling over there, holding back the waves of whatever. And you got an Ohio that looked like he took a torpedo. Did he? Took a Summers torpedo, and those torpedoes I'm pretty sure were all detected by the Shimakaze earlier. So we got Des Moines versus Henri action. And it looks to me like POPB is going to be in firm hold of the A cap, while FSO is in firm hold of the C cap. Guess the big question is, which team is going to outplay the other right now? You just unlocked Schlieffen last night. Looking forward to putting it through its paces. Oh, it's a fantastic boat. I get too aggressive in it and I die real quick. But in brawls and, you know, unbreakable line stuff, she's great. Well, Stalingrad is not long for the world. Backing up, I can understand, but when you back up, you open yourself up to be shot at from so many other places. And you can see the Stalingrad, not sure who to shoot at. Choosing to shoot at the Moskva, probably the worst target to shoot. He would have been better suited shooting at the Venezia if he had an angle on it, which he definitely did. So, that feels a little awkward, but okie dokie. So, I do like FSO's idea of keeping the Summers and Des Moines together. We've seen that so many times in tournament play, although they did kind of get a little backed up here. They really want to get this kill on the Petro, but Yeah, you gotta work better at getting your destroyer pointed the right direction. This actually could work out in his favor, though, because it discourages the Des Moines from moving too far up and getting into Petro radar range. Stalingrad is still alive. See, there you go. He ducked into cover there. That's what he needed to do. Absolutely what he needed to do. He is still probably going to go down, but does he have his AP in the barrels ready for the Venezia? That's the big question. And... eh. Venezia turns. Doesn't care. But here comes Ohio AP. Ooh. That one did a little bit more damage. But the Stalingrad does go down. If you're gonna sit on a ride or die island like that, you're gonna ride or die, and he died. So I'm confused why the Petro isn't radaring. Ah, I see, it's on cooldown still. Okay. That'll change in a moment. Some Shimakaze torpedoes coming in on Felipe's Rhode Island. Gets one on the bow. And 2, 3. Oh, big kill for POPB. Evening up the scores. Killing the Rhode Island is huge. Get rid of the radar, you get rid of the engine boost. You get rid of the projecting, the power projection as well. Smalland detected now. Opening up with his guns. And you got the Shimakaze opening up with guns too. I really like this play by the Shimakaze. And the Smalland, interestingly enough,
The enemy is about to win.
Bartek is not using his radar. I mean, if you see a smoke screen within your radar, why not use the radar? Unless you're trying to stay dark, which, okay, I kind of understand. Ohio's continuing to be farmed out, but I think he'll be okay for a little bit. He's still got 10 more seconds to heal, and then he's got another 10 seconds until a DCP is available for him. I think he'll be okay for there. What's going on over at A? See, and then now these guys have split, and that just feels bad. But okay. You know, when you watch tournaments like King of the Sea, like King of the Sea regular, or even last weekend with the Enterprise I tournament, you know, you see death snails all the time, and you're like, oh, this is so easy, you know. They make it look so easy. Well, the reality is it's not. It's a lot of coordination. And you got to have people that enjoy playing together and play together often anyways. So there's the Moscow radar detecting both the Smalland and the Shimakaze, who, for whatever reason, decided to go back into their smoke and huddle with each other for warmth. So, yeah. Now it's advantageous for the Smalland to open up. And he does kill Frau's Smalland. Big kill for FSO. FSO now has board position. Very important, and I like how Germanus's Des Moines moved into a position to get shots on the Shimakaze. Brilliant maneuvering there. Completely catching POPB off guard. And Summers with some torpedoes, and this Petro took defensive anti-air. Oops. That's an oops. He can take Hydro. I think he's learning why Hydro is the better choice. Remember, these are press accounts. They were delivered like 2 days ago, I think. Barring problems like what we had at the start of the day for SFSO. So these players get to set up the specific ships they're told to set up. And that could be 5 ships. It could be 20. Holsh, how many ships are you setting up, if you don't mind me asking? Alright, 2 cruisers are all that's left for POPB. This game will get over pretty quick. Hello, Gary. And there goes the Henri. And we're gonna get a ram to finish off the... There's the Horn of Winning. Triple death pick, everyone. Let's go. Woo! Whoop, whoop. All right. Well, congratulations to FSO for the win in this particular game. All right. Well, let's back on out